everyone. Welcome, whoever is watching. I'm Sherry Braithwaite. I am facilitating just a supportive Facebook group for singles. We have professionals. They're all I would say learning to thrive regardless of circumstances. We have different topics that we teach, anything that pertains to personal development. And this month we are focusing on living a balanced life. It's balance in our lives. It doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't mean that we have it all together. It doesn't mean that we're doing all these things all at once, but it does mean that we are just trying. We're all trying. We have all these things that we are trying to balance. And I just have felt for a long, long time, I have felt to include the Andreassens in my discussions and learn from them. They are such a strength to me and my daughter, a huge support to us. And even so much as to feel like we are somewhat adopted into their family.
You know, Sherry, just as you're thinking about and introducing us and your desire to talk about balance, and especially when you're describing that each of our families are so different.
Yeah.
And also what I'm hearing you describe is that we find ourselves, and we do too, in places that aren't what we expected, and they're not always ideal. But I think if we can all, as we have this discussion, just realize that for us, we have such trust that there is a plan, and it is a long-term, eternal plan, and trusting that the things that are happening right now and the way our family is configured right now is just what is best for us to learn and to become the people that our Father in heaven wants us to become. And so to trust that, you know, as you were saying from our interview before, just saying, I did everything right. Why don't I have this situation? But I think that regardless of even our choices, there's certain outcomes that just need to be part of the equation of our lives that allow us to learn the things that we need to learn and to be in places where we can influence and help other people. And so just, I think for us, that's one way we do find peace in not comparing or not being envious, or you know, it kind of can go both ways. I don't know how many people would be envious of changing diapers for 26 years, but at the same time,
buying diapers for 26.
But at the same time, there are many people that you hear of that say, I would give anything to be able to have children. And so, you know, I guess some of those things I think are good to acknowledge, that we all feel like we wish things were different. We wish things were different because we're all trying to become better. Yeah. But it becomes, I think, unproductive and not helpful to any of us. And so going back to my original thought is just that trusting that whatever your family looks like is to embrace it and to just try to improve and work towards what we want and what we hope for. I think there's power there. That so much in our lives we know we can't control. So much in all of this, as we talk about balancing family finance and maybe how we structure our schedule and different responsibilities, it's constantly shifting, constantly changing. We say, this isn't working anymore. What do we need to do? And we say we need to talk about how we need to adjust. And so I think it's helpful, you know, for us to be able to share some of the things that we've done. But also just to trust that if ultimately we are all in agreement that we want to improve and make things better and find peace and joy, happiness and balance as best we can in all the areas, that if we all agree on that end goal, we're going to get there as long as we just keep moving towards it, even though it might be like this, because that's ultimately going to be what happens when you're learning and trying to come together with 2 people or 10 people.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. Want to be in the picture? If she doesn't want to, that's okay.
She's coming right here.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Thank you, Sherry.
I'm being right.
So Caitlin, bring half of the children home with you so that we can have some in our home tonight. We can have a slumber party.
hear you.
She's
Wait,
saying, bring half the children home, just in time for bedtime, Sherry.
I'm here.
We love it.
Thanks again, you guys, so much. Have a good night.
Thank you. Feel free to follow up with whatever questions from what you asked and, yeah, what we said.
Okay.
Say
Give
goodbye.
little
Brooke.
kiss. Bye. Bye.
Thanks, Sherry. See ya.